Hello friends, myself Mrs. Pratibha Sonone from Shri Jain Vidya Prasarak Mandals, Rasiklal M. Dhariwal College of Pharmacy, Chinchwad, Pune. Today we are going to discuss about Organization of Hospital Pharmacy Part 2. In last video we have already discussed about hospital pharmacy definition, what are the objectives and functions of hospital pharmacy, and location layout of hospital pharmacy, and flow of patients and materials in hospital department. Today we will discuss about organization of hospital pharmacy and different requirements for the pharmacist. After watching this video, you will be able to understand organization of hospital pharmacy and requirement abilities required for hospital pharmacist. Here is the organization of hospital pharmacy department. The organized hospital pharmacy department has an integrated setup consisting of dispensing section, manufacturing section, quality control section, clinical pharmacy section, medical stores, records section. A suggested organization chart is given here. There is administrator in the hospital who is the whole and sole responsible person for the proper functioning of pharmacy department and hospital. Administrator, he is the head of pharmacy services. Another head of the pharmacy services is MPharm person. In dispensing section, a chemist should be present who is a DPharm person, and dispensing section contains two parts, inpatient department and outpatient department. So in inpatient and outpatient both department you will have a DPharm person. In clinical pharmacy department, BPharm person should be available as he is having a general knowledge or depth knowledge of pharmacy. Third department is quality control. Here the pharmacist should be MPharm person, as this pharmacist or MPharm person is having a knowledge of different equipments and instruments which are used for quality of the medicine. Fourth department is medical stores where DPharm or BPharm person may be present, and he should have a knowledge of storage of different medicines at different conditions. Fifth department is manufacturing department. Here the person should be MPharm person only, because he is having a knowledge of manufacturing of all the formulations with different equipments and maintenance of the formulation. Manufacturing department have two different parts. Manufacturing of IV fluids, in which BPharm or MPharm person should be present, and in other manufacturing services BPharm person may be present. In IV department or in parenteral department, the pharmacist should have the total knowledge of parentals plus the aseptic conditions which are required for the manufacturing of the parenteral products. And in another department, BPharm person may be present in the other manufacturing services. Personnel requirement in hospital pharmacy. There is no standard rules regarding the requirement of personnel for inpatient pharmacy. The manpower trained in pharmacy varies with size of hospital and the services it offers. The number of pharmacists required for a hospital are calculated on the basis of workload norms like the number of prescriptions received and dispensed, or the number of beds available in hospital and its occupancy rate. For a small hospital, minimum 3 pharmacists are required. As the number of beds increases, the number of pharmacists also increases. Pharmacists should possess adequate pharmacy qualification and experience. If manufacturing of drugs is involved in pharmacy department, adequate number of technicians, assistants and peons etc. are also required in the hospital pharmacy. Here is the requirement of the pharmacist as per the bed requirement. While calculating the number in very large hospitals, the service points available for dispensing to the inpatients and outpatients are considered. The outpatient attendance as compared to bed strength in hospital is usually in the ratio of 3:1. For larger hospitals, one pharmacist has been recommended for 133 patients. The operation research takes can be profitably used for this purpose, though its discussion is beyond the scope of this book. Here, different bed strengths are given with the number of pharmacists required. If the hospital contains up to 50 beds, 3 pharmacists are required. 100 beds, minimum 5 pharmacists are required. Up to 200 beds, minimum 8 pharmacists are required. Up to 300 beds, minimum 10 pharmacists are required. And up to 500 beds, 15 pharmacists are required. Now, what should be the qualification and abilities of hospital pharmacist? Qualification requirement: the head of pharmacy department should be postgraduate in pharmacy, preferably pharmacology or hospital administration. He must have bright academic record. The in charge of IV manufacturing section should be M.Pharm or B.Pharm in pharmaceutics. For manufacturing person section, the M.Pharm and B.Pharm person should be present, which is specialized in pharmaceutics, in which how to manufacture different formulations is involved. An in charge of analytical or quality control section should be M.Pharm in analytical chemistry, as in quality control and analytical department, different instruments and equipment should be handled by the pharmacist. So that person should have knowledge of the different instruments which are used for the testing and for the quality control. In charge of dispensing section should be B.Pharm person. His assistant should be diploma pharmacy person. Now, what are the responsibility of the hospital pharmacist in relation to direct patient care? Hospital pharmacists obtain patient's medication history and gives the information to the physician. Second, he takes responsibility to available medication at right time in right dose at reasonable cost, assuring the quality. Pharmacists should dispense the medicine at right time with the right dose and with the right person with the reasonable cost to the quality. Third, patient monitoring. The complete drug therapy of the patient for its effectiveness, side effects, toxicities, allergic reactions is monitored by the hospital pharmacist. Patient counseling. He helps in counseling the patient about self-administered drugs and discharge drugs. Here, hospital pharmacists can give information about the medicines which are prescribed to the patient while in hospital also or after the discharge of the patient also. Fifth, selection of drug. He assists the physician in selection of drug, dose, regimen, schedules, and the time for the drug administration. Hospital pharmacist can assist the physicians in case of the drugs, as the pharmacist is the whole and sole person who is having the knowledge of different drugs available in the market, with their effect, with their side effects, with their pharmacological actions, with their ADR. So this information can be given by the pharmacist to the physician for the proper treatment and administration of the drug to the patient. Pharmacist participates in cardiopulmonary emergencies also. If there is emergency in hospital for the patient who is having a cardiac arrest, that time pharmacist can help the physician or assist the physician in emergency. Now, what should be the abilities and competencies required for hospital pharmacy? Hospital pharmacy has now been recognized as an important department of any good hospital. Naturally, it should be staffed by competent, well trained pharmacy professionals. The better the caliber of the people employed by the pharmacy department, the higher will be the status of this department. So far, the hospitals count upon the services of diploma holders in pharmacy. They form the core manpower. So, here are some abilities or the competencies which are required for the hospital pharmacy. First one is the administrative ability. Hospital pharmacists should be thoroughly familiar with organization of hospital, with the staff available in the hospital, and with appropriate channel of communication. He should have a proper communication with the other staff present in the hospital. Hospital pharmacists should be capable of planning, integrating services, budgeting, inventory control, cost review, cost effectiveness, audit, maintenance of records, and preparation of reports. He should plan, organize, and control various functions of hospital pharmacy department. Hospital pharmacists should interact and communicate to other departments so that the other department or the staff can have the knowledge of different medicines available in the hospital also and in the market also. He must have knowledge of planning and according and accounting and inventory control. He must know about patient counseling also. Patient counseling, it is the uh, instructions which are given by the physician and the pharmacist to the patient, and the patient should follow the instructions. He must have knowledge about related laws and legal regulations also. Second, technical ability. As the pharmacy department is having a manufacturing department, so the pharmacist should have the ability to use his basic knowledge of effect of drug on biological system in assessing drug absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. Hospital pharmacists must be knowledgeable in pharmacology, toxicology, pathophysiology, and therapeutics and patient care techniques. He must have adequate knowledge and technical background to manufacture different dosage forms. He must be aware about the source of drugs and costings. He must have knowledge in basic sciences and pharmaceutical sciences, as this knowledge is applicable or used in the manufacturing. He must be expert in pharmacokinetic and pharmacotherapeutics of the drugs. He must have knowledge for testing of raw material, finished product by using various instruments, reagents like HPLC, HPTLC, pH, GC, NMR, etc. He must know storage of drugs and their stability. He must have ability to perform different pharmacological and toxicological experiments on compounds under investigation. Fourth requirement or ability is manufacturing ability. As we have previously discussed, pharmacists must be able to develop formulation which are not available commercially. Hospital pharmacists should possess an adequate understanding of the principles involved in manufacturing and preparation of the dosage form. He should have the knowledge of different equipments, operation of these equipments, and different manufacturing concept or of the formulations in the pharmacy department. Fourth ability is research ability. Hospital pharmacists must be prepared to participate in clinical research initiated by medical staff and to conduct pharmaceutical research himself. Hospital pharmacists must be able to establish database for drugs being used and the patients participating in studies. Hospital pharmacists must have ability to collect appropriate data, interpret them, and make conclusions from the data. So, all these abilities should be present in a hospital pharmacist. Fifth ability is teaching and training ability. Now in hospital pharmacy department, different students can come for the education or for the training in the pharmacy department. So hospital pharmacist is responsible for training of new personnel and for carrying out continuous educational program for the pharmacist and pharmacy supportive personnel. Hospital pharmacists must be able to develop well-planned and coordinate training programs and able to deliver lectures. Ability to control. Hospital pharmacists must be able to develop quality assurance programs for quality services of pharmacy department and products dispensed. Hospital pharmacists must be able to develop control programs for distribution of drugs throughout the hospital. Thank you. I hope all of you have understood what is the hospital pharmacy, how the organization of hospital pharmacy is done, and what are the abilities or requirements of the personnel in the hospital and abilities of the hospital pharmacies. Thank you.